the generous philanthropist, the LeBron James Family Foundation, the I Promise Initiative, I mean the businessman, the actor, the whole thing. Did I cover everything? Max, interrupt me for a second here, Max, please, I'm inviting you to.
He ain't break Michael Jordan's record for championships. Yeah. He ain't got the championships, he ain't got the league MVP, he don't have any of that.
It's not an individual sport.
All right, well, we talking individuals though.
Let's remember that the Michael Jordan versus LeBron James debate isn't just alive, it's more explosive than ever. The GOAT argument doesn't belong to whoever yells the loudest. And that's why this debate starts and ends with Michael Jordan. Fact of the matter is this, LeBron James was a pass-first dude. We understand his game.
Did LeBron James just Yandy the Michael Jordan debate for good? Michael Jordan or LeBron James? The debate that has torn apart barbershops, locker rooms, Twitter threads, and even NBA analyst panel for decades. It's the question that refuses to die. Michael Jordan, 6 rings, 6 finals MVPs, the undefeated god of the biggest stage. A man who turned basketball into mythology. He didn't just play the game, he defined it. LeBron James, the kid from Akron, the chosen one before he was even old enough to vote. 2 decades later, he's the all-time scoring leader, still putting up 25 a night in his 21st season. And somehow, the debate is louder than ever.
He was so tough and so big and so strong, and it's like, wait, you're supposed to grow out of that. And it's like, no.
Every time LeBron hits a milestone, every time Jordan's highlight reel resurfaces, fans are ready to battle. Some say Jordan's perfection can never be touched. Others say LeBron's longevity and all-around dominance already surpassed it. But here's the real question. Did LeBron James just end the debate? Did his combination of scoring, passing, leadership, and staying power finally knock Jordan off the throne? Well, today we're going to find out. Because this video isn't just a list of stats or rings. This is 20 chapters of pure basketball history. We'll break down the numbers, the highlights, the competition, the culture, and the legacy. By the end, you'll know where you stand. So grab your popcorn, because we're not just talking about basketball. We're talking about greatness itself, the blueprint of greatness. Every legend starts with a blueprint. Michael Jordan's? The assassin, the killer, the man who walked into the arena already plotting how to break you. His game was precision, the footwork, the fadeaway, the defense. Jordan was 6 feet 6 inches of basketball perfection designed to destroy opponents one-on-one. LeBron's blueprint? Completely different. He's not an assassin, he's an architect. A 6 feet 9 inches, 250-pound freight train with the IQ of a supercomputer. LeBron doesn't just beat you, he manipulates the game itself. He dictates tempo, creates space, and makes everyone around him better. He's like if Magic Johnson and Karl Malone were fused into one player. Jordan was the ultimate closer. LeBron is the ultimate playmaker. One slices through your heart. The other builds a machine so powerful it's impossible to stop. And that's the foundation of this debate. Because we're not comparing apples to apples. We're comparing 2 different philosophies of greatness. Jordan's ruthless perfection versus LeBron's all-around dominance. The question is, which blueprint truly defines the greatest of all time? The story of greatness always begins with how a player enters the league. Michael Jordan came into the NBA in 1984 as the 3rd overall pick. Right away, he wasn't just good, he was different. He averaged 28 points per game as a rookie. He made the All-Star team in year 1.
That wasn't Michael Jordan out there. It was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
When you were a kid, who did you look up to?
You know, I love Michael Jordan. It's like he was like Black Jesus to me.
He had GMs saying he'd save the league. LeBron James entered with even more pressure. The cover of Sports Illustrated at 16. Dubbed the chosen one before he played a single game. Straight out of high school, the #1 pick in 2003. And yet, he didn't just meet expectations. He exceeded them. Rookie of the Year, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists per game. Jordan's rookie year proved he was already a star. LeBron's rookie year proved he could carry a franchise on his back as a teenager. And that's the first big difference. Jordan entered as a phenom who instantly dominated. LeBron entered as a prophecy fulfilled, and somehow he didn't crack under the weight of being crowned before he even stepped on the court. Both debuts were legendary, but only one player had to live up to impossible hype and still deliver. Asterisk, the GOAT's arsenal. What weapons did they bring into battle? Jordan's arsenal was pure artistry. The pull-up jumper, the mid-range fadeaway, the hang time that made defenders look like props and highlight reel. He wasn't just scoring. He was scoring in ways that felt impossible. But he wasn't just offense. Jordan was a menace on defense. Quick hands, lockdown perimeter play, the ability to turn steals into momentum-shifting dunks. His toolkit was the complete package for a two-way player. LeBron's arsenal? Overwhelming force. a runaway freight train in transition, a bulldozer in the paint, a playmaker who could see passing lanes nobody else could. He could score at will, yes, but he could also drop 12 assists without breaking a sweat. And unlike Jordan, LeBron kept evolving. At 25, he was dunking on everyone. At 30, he was adding the post-up fadeaway. At 35, he was hitting logo threes. At 39, he's still torching defenders who weren't even born when he entered the league. Jordan's arsenal was a scalpel. LeBron's is a Swiss Army knife. The question, do you value flawless mastery of a few weapons or the ability to dominate with every weapon available? Asterisk, scoring kings. If basketball is about putting the ball in the hoop, then we have to talk about scoring. Michael Jordan is arguably the greatest scorer in NBA history. 10 scoring titles. 10. From 1987 to 1993, he won 7 straight. His career average? 30.1 points per game, the highest in league history. When Jordan wanted to score, there was no defense, no scheme, no miracle game plan that could stop him. LeBron, though, he plays a different game. He never chased scoring titles. Instead, he chased efficiency and longevity. And yet, in 2023, he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Over 39,000 points and counting. This is where the debate heats up. Jordan's peak scoring was unmatched. He could drop 50 on a Tuesday and 60 on a Thursday. But LeBron's sustained dominance over 2 decades allowed him to climb the mountain nobody thought could be scaled. So what matters more, Jordan's breathtaking peaks or LeBron's endless consistency? Do you want the player who could score the most in a single game or the one who scored more than anyone in the history of the sport? That's the riddle of the scoring kings. The GOAT debate always circles back to one word: rings. Michael Jordan's fans chant it like a battle cry. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 6-0 record. Never lost on the biggest stage. It's the ultimate mic drop. LeBron's case is more complicated. For championships, 10 finals appearances. He's lost 6 times, and critics love to remind him. But here's the flip side. Reaching the finals 10 times means 2 decades of being in the title hunt. He carried weaker rosters, overcame super teams, and gave us legendary moments like 2016, the 3-1 comeback against the Warriors, arguably the greatest finals performance ever. Jordan's rings came in 2 perfect three-peats. LeBron's came scattered, with Cleveland, Miami, and the Lakers. It shows adaptability. Different teams, different eras, different co-stars. So what matters more? The flawless perfection of Jordan's finals record, or the relentless longevity of LeBron's finals runs? One is the definition of dominance. The other, the definition of survival and persistence. Another fiery argument. Who faced tougher competition? Jordan's era gave us the bad boy Pistons, the Showtime Lakers, Clyde Drexler's Blazers, Barkley's Suns, Stockton, and Malone's Jazz. Great teams, no doubt. But some argue that expansion teams watered down the league in the 90s, making it easier for Jordan to dominate. LeBron's gauntlet? Brutal. He battled Duncan's Spurs dynasty multiple times. He faced the Golden State Warriors, the 73-9 team, and later the KD Warriors, which might be the most stacked team in history. He fought Paul Pierce's Celtics super team, Dirk's Mavericks, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jordan conquered his rivals, no question. But LeBron had to fight through eras where super teams were the norm. He was often the underdog, especially against Golden State. And yet, he still pulled off legendary wins. So which competition was tougher? Was Jordan slaying giants? Or was LeBron fighting in an age where the giants joined forces? Context matters. And in this debate, competition might tilt the scale more than people realize. This is where emotions get heated. The clutch gene. Jordan's clutch moments are legendary. The shot over Elo in '89. The shrug game against Portland. The flu game in '97. The dagger against the Jazz in '98 to seal his 6th ring. If you needed one shot, one possession, one man to save your season, you wanted Michael Jeffrey Jordan. LeBron, for years, carried the reputation of being passive in the clutch. Critics said he deferred too much, passed too often. But let's check the receipts. Statistically, LeBron has hit more buzzer beaters in the playoffs than Jordan. He's had walk-offs against Orlando, Indiana, Toronto, Golden State. In his 2018 playoff run, game winners, 40-point triple-doubles, complete carry jobs, was a clinic in clutch dominance. The difference is style. Jordan looked like a killer, like a cold-blooded assassin. LeBron looked like a chess master, making the best possible move. Fans confuse Jordan's drama for superiority, but the numbers show LeBron has been just as clutch, if not more so, in certain metrics. So the real debate is this. Do you value the feeling of clutch, Jordan's killer aura, or the reality of clutch, LeBron's all-around late-game dominance? Leadership styles. Leadership, the invisible stat that doesn't show up in the box score but defines dynasties. Jordan led through fear. He demanded perfection. Teammates like Steve Kerr, Horace Grant, and Scottie Pippen have all said MJ was ruthless. He punched Kerr in practice, barked at teammates, and bullied anyone who didn't match his intensity. It worked. It produced 6 rings, but it left scars. Some players thrived under his fire, others cracked. LeBron's leadership is different. He leads through empowerment. He invests in teammates. He builds trust. Think about how he elevated guys like Matthew Dellavedova, J.R. Smith, or Alex Caruso. Role players feel bigger next to LeBron because he creates opportunities for them. Of course, LeBron has been criticized too, for being passive-aggressive on social media, or for sometimes clashing with coaches. But overall, his style is inclusive, not authoritarian. So what matters more? Jordan's fear-fueled fire, or LeBron's empowerment-driven trust? One creates warriors, the other builds families. Both win championships, but they represent 2 different philosophies of leadership. Conclusion. So, did LeBron James finally end the Michael Jordan debate? Jordan gave us perfection. 6 rings, 6 finals MVPs, the ultimate killer instinct. He didn't just play basketball, he defined it. LeBron gave us longevity. The all-time scoring king, 2 decades of dominance, carrying teams across eras and rewriting the record books. He didn't just play the game, he evolved it. One symbolizes peak dominance, the other, sustained greatness. Jordan made us believe in gods. LeBron made us believe in time machines. So who's the GOAT? That's for you to decide. Drop your thoughts below, because the debate isn't ending anytime soon. Greatness, after all, never retires.